Hello and welcome to another AIC Productions video. Today we are going to be plastic dipping my wheels. So last time I was going to do them yellow, and I ended up buying a color that was more like a neon or highlighter yellow, which on the dark wheels looked more green. And because of that, I've gone with a green theme on my Mazda Speed Protege here. But the Plastidip didn't last very long because I didn't get the wheels clean enough, and along the edges it started to peel and then the whole thing peeled off. So we're going to retry it again today. This time I'm doing a little bit different. I have a base coat of black because the wheels are a dark color, but they're not even because it's kind of coming apart. We have the green. I got 1 can per wheel, which is overkill, but I want to make sure I got a nice even coat. My last coat wasn't all that clean, so we're going to do a nice clean coat of green, and then I have a clear protectant glossifier to do as well. So a couple of coats of this, lots of coats of the green, a couple of coats of the clear. I have my postcards that we're going to use to put around the wheel. Worked very successfully last time. I'm going to put some tape. I have some masking tape as well. And then I have my drop cloths to put under the wheels when I go to paint them or Plastidip them. And then I have a wheel cleaner. I'm also just going to use some like Dawn or something to clean the wheels. I'm really going to just get those wheels as clean as possible. I have some new brushes, so I know I'm not adding any grease to them at all. So let's go ahead. I'm going to time lapse this video. Let's get the car up on jack stands and get going. Alright, so my camera died yesterday during the time lapse, and so I wasn't able to show you everything. And I worked way late into the night, and so that also, I wasn't able to show you stuff because it was too late. And sorry, I'm recording outside, and so of course there's going to be the neighbor kids and stuff. So a couple of things I did. Obviously I did the wheels, and the green on the tires is just overspray powder. It literally just brushes right off. I just haven't washed the car yet. I'm waiting for everything to dry and cure. Probably gonna wash it sometime next week. I didn't do as good of a job on the wheels as I would have liked to. I needed more light for sure, and I sprayed it too far away, and it was drying as it was hitting, so it's a little rougher in some places. But this is just temporary. It's for the car show I'm going to in a couple weeks, so we'll probably peel off after that. I won't be keeping it, but I think I do want to get these. You see the road rash spots along the edge. I definitely think I want to get these refinished in green. I'll have to pick the very specific green I want. And then one of the other things I did is I did some clear repair. So like along here, it was getting real dull, so I sanded it just a bit and resprayed it. And I think that's actually one of my better jobs. Obviously it gets a little fuzzy here, and then there's a hard line to the old paint. So I need to come back in here and wet sand that edge down. And then polish it, and it'll actually clean up pretty good. I did that up here, and it looks good up here. And then I have some overspray in place like here, along here, that I need to polish up. But this is another spot I did right here. I think it turned out pretty well. This was starting to flake. And then the back bumper, sorry, my shadow's in the way. Unfortunately, these cracks are into the paint itself, so I can't fix those. So I sanded it down until there wasn't any loose clear, and then sprayed it. Now the difference between the two colors here is this is where there's still some clear coat, and this had no clear coat. So if I really wanted to do a better job, I would have kept sanding away all the clear coat. I will eventually get the car repainted, I think. So I just trying to keep as much of the original paint as I possibly can. And then I also did here. You can see again the hard line. So what I'm going to do is wet sand, and then I have some buffing cloths that I bought, and I'm going to go back and after I wet sand, buff it, and it should get rid of this for the most part. Again, I'm not going for a professional paint job. I'm just trying to keep as much of the original paint as I can. So I did here. I think this turned out pretty well. I need to actually go along this edge and hit it with some touch-up clear that I have. I have a lot of chips I need to go through and fix on this passenger side door. Being banged around real bad at work. So I did the front bumper as well, but I only did part of the lower plastic here, just because once again it was peeling up. And like here, I didn't do this upper part. I'm going to. I have the paint to do it, but it's just peeling off. I did this last summer, and it was too hot, and I didn't do a very good sand job, and so it didn't stick. And so this, I feel, is going to last a lot longer than the original paint did, because I only bought one can, and it wasn't enough, and I had to go to the store, buy a second can, and then come back, and it was just a mess. So I only used one can today, but it was a lot smaller area. So I did along here, and once again, you can see where there's no more clear coat, original clear coat, and then the original clear coat. So I'm not going for perfect paint yet, because again, I'm going to save up and get it. I don't want to lose the paint. I want to avoid having any rust. Obviously the bumper's not going to rust, but I need to get some touch-up paint along here. I didn't realize that this had all chipped off. But yeah, so I'm happy with it so far. Like I said, I need to go around and do some touch-up paint on the sides. I also had to do some clear on the hood, but I just hit that with touch-up clear along this edge. Just trying to keep as much of the paint as possible. So if you are better at prep work than me, you'll get an even better job. And if you can do a whole panel, so if you can sand back a whole panel, tape off that whole panel and do it, you would get significantly better results, because then you don't have any of these hard lines like you have here between the new clear coat and the old clear coat. So, and then the touch-up paint I have isn't quite the right color. Even though it says it has the right color code, it doesn't quite match. So I haven't ever talked about it, because it's just not quite right. So anyways, oh, one of my friends got me that door handle. It makes me so happy. So anyways, green wheels, some no more peeling clear coat. It looks pretty good from, you know, a couple feet away. Not perfect, obviously, but pretty good. Anyways, if you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comment section down below. I've done something new. I put down in there my links to my public wallets for some cryptocurrency. If you want to support this channel, feel free to donate that way as well. I'm not going to do a Patreon, but you know, if you want to donate to the channel at all, feel free to use those, in addition to my Amazon affiliate link. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have an amazing day.